Welcome everyone. Hello everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Today I had a live session with my dear friend Nabila. She is a very insightful journalist from Pakistan, and we talked about toxic marriages today, and I want to give a little brief summary and synopsis of what we talked about today. So we talked about why do people stay in bad marriages? Why do people stay in toxic relationship where they're not valued, where they're not loved, where they're not respected? Hello there. Hi, Seema. So we talked about all of those things. Sabse pehle, there is social stigma that is attached with leaving a bad marriage in our society, in some cultures. हमारी culture और हमारे tradition में यही बताया जाता है that you stay in a marriage regardless of good or bad, you just stay in it. That's how we've been conditioned to grow up. You know, what are people going to say? What is our reputation going to be? That is the first thing, is the stigma attached to it. We are also in denial. A lot of times we are in bad relationship, but we remain in denial, and we don't accept that what is going on is wrong, what is going on is bad, that we are setting a bad example for our children by staying in a bad marriage, so we stay. Another reason is we have witnessed bad relationships growing up, so we think that that's how every relationship is. Her relationship is not unhealthy. There are healthy relationships out there. We are afraid of being a divorcee. We are afraid that people are going to call us divorced. Hello there. We are afraid of economic stability. How are we going to support ourselves? You know, economic financial pressure is there. So marriage is a legal contract, and but the basis of it is very weak. Like especially in arranged marriages. In arranged marriages, we just look at the aesthetics of the person. We look at how the person looks like, and we don't pay attention to, are we compatible? Is there compatibility? Is there a sense of oneness? Our goals are same. Our values are same. Our motivations are same. ये चीजें बहुत important होती हैं in a marriage to see before to have premarital counseling and discuss all these things. What are your goals? What are your motivations? How do you want to raise a family? How do you want to live with in-laws? Do you want to not live with in-laws? These are all very important things to talk about before marriage. Now let's talk about 5 A's that should be present in a marriage. Marriage should have attention. It should have affection. It should have appreciation, acceptance, and allowing. Paying attention to your spouse, being kind to them, showing affection, showing your love to your spouse so they're able to grow, showing appreciation for all the hard work that they put in the marriage. You need to appreciate them for that. Accepting them for who they are. You don't need to judge your spouse. You need to accept them like they are. Allowing means you need to help them grow. If they have a vision, if they have dreams, allow them to pursue those. That is a part of a happy marriages. So again, 5 things are acceptance, allowance, attention, affection, and appreciation. Those are the 5 A's that are very important for any good marriage. Now, Aksar, why do people not leave a bad marriage? Why do people stay in bad marriages? Why do people put up with the abuse, emotional, physical? Why does that happen? So a lot of times people believe that all relationships are supposed to be painful. No, all relationships are not supposed to be painful. People believe love is supposed to hurt you. No, love is not supposed to hurt you. Love is supposed to be a beautiful thing. People believe that they must endure pain. No, you don't have to endure pain. You can talk about it. If there is something that is painful, hello there. If something that is painful to you, you need to sit down and address and talk with respectful communication manners with your partner. Some people believe that I don't deserve love. They have low self-esteem. They stay in a bad marriage because they have low self-esteem. They stay in a bad relationship because they don't think they deserve love. I'm damaged. People think they're damaged and nobody will ever love them. They are afraid of being lonely. These are some of the reasons that people do stay in bad marriages. People think bad relationship is better than no relationship. No, it is the other way around. No relationship is better than bad relationship. Okay, people think I cannot be alone. People think he or she loves me in other ways. If you can't feel the love, then there is no love. Seema is saying, do you think why most don't leave stems from their unhealed wounds from childhood? Absolutely, Seema. A lot of times we learned that love is supposed to hurt. We saw maybe perhaps our parents suffering. We were taught that it's okay to be in a bad situation and stay in a bad situation. Absolutely. A lot of this comes from our childhood. A lot of this comes from what we saw growing up. So yes, it stems from that. We have a very distorted view of love. um, Oh, thank you so much, Ahad. Thank you. He's saying your ideas really helped me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining in. Some people think I can't have a satisfying relationship. You can have a satisfying relationship. You can have a happy relationship. And there is love out there. If things are not working out, talk about it, work on it. And if it's not working, you have to try. First of all, you have to try. I'm not just saying if things get bad, just leave. I'm saying if you've tried again and again and again and things are not working, then don't set up a bad example for your children and stay and show them that love is supposed to be hurtful, love is supposed to be disrespectful. Then at that point you must leave. You should leave. You will feel empowered. You will find ways. Human beings are very resilient. You will find economic stability. You will find new ways of working things out. It will be difficult at first, but if things are not working out and you're in an abusive relationship, then I think the better option would be for you to think about it and not live in misery. Now, there are some things that I did write about. Also, see, like, अक्सर ऐसा होता है, we don't see our role in a bad marriage. You are playing a role. You are either playing a victim or you are the oppressor. You're oppressing somebody, you're disrespecting somebody, you're criticizing someone, or you are the victim of it. Are you allowing someone to disrespect you, to talk to you in a certain way? Are you allowing all of that? You have to take responsibility for that as well. You should seek support. You should talk to the people who love you. You should get counseling. You should work on your boundaries. If somebody is always, pushing your boundaries, you should work on that. You should see कि आपका क्या role है इस bad marriage में. Hello there. Hello, Hamza. So we're talking about marriages that are bad and toxic, relationships that are bad and toxic, and people continue to stay in bad marriages. Why do people continue to stay in bad marriages? If we look at it from a psychological point of view, there are some reasons. People become addicted to a negative relationship. That is one thing. People become addicted to the negative behavior. There are new pathways that develop in your brain that allow that thrive on that negativity. So you become addicted to it. Your low self-esteem. I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think? Why do people stay in bad relationships? Why do we continuously stay in bad relationships? You have low self-esteem. You stay in a bad marriage because you have low self-esteem. You think nobody else wants you. You think you will never find anyone. And that's why you stay in bad marriages. If you've had abuse in childhood, then that's all you know. You think that it's okay to be in a bad relationship. Then your love is supposed to hurt. Love is not supposed to hurt. Everybody, there is love out there. There's affection out there. There's respect out there. Maybe perhaps you can, if you leave this situation, you can find yourself a better situation, and that's a possibility. Ye sochna ke this is it. Nothing can change. Everything will always remain the same. That is not true. Change can happen. Fear of loneliness. A lot of people get very worried about what if I will be lonely? What if I cannot find anyone else ever again? So that's why people stay in a bad marriage. They think they've invested a lot. I've invested time. I've invested effort. I've invested my emotions. So they continue to stay in a bad relationship regardless. Hello there. Hello. Hello. Hi, Saima. How are you? So they continue to stay in a bad marriage because they say it's been 20 years. I've invested so much time. I've invested my emotions. Why not just continue staying? That is no reason to stay in a bad marriage, because you have, already invested so much of you. You've lost so much of yourself in this marriage. It's time to reconsider. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be accepted. And why would you sacrifice all of that and put up a bad example for your children as well? Some people think they can fix their partner. You cannot fix a person. If a person does not want to change, you cannot change them. So please stop being a therapist to your spouse. I mean, of course, if you can work on some habits, you can work on some things that are bothersome to both of you. अगर कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जिस पे आप साथ मिलके काम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि marriage is work, so work on that, but you cannot fix anybody. If they don't want to change, they're not going to change. Then everybody's thinking about family, what is going to happen to my family status, what is going to happen to my children, and they use that as a leverage to stay in a bad marriage. I think it's worse to stay in a bad marriage and show your children a bad example, because they will believe that, this is how it's supposed to be. So again, marriage is a contract. Marriage is a responsibility. Take it very seriously. If you have problems, work on it. Marriage is work. It's continuous work. And if you cannot, you have to have communication for that. You have to have respect for that. You have to have rules of engagement. Rules of engagement is very important. Sitting down with your spouse and saying, we're going to talk about something. I need to listen to you. You need to listen to me. And when we leave here, we will have a solution. So that's how you will start resolving issues that you have and move forward. 5 A's I said are very important in a marriage: attention, affection, appreciation, acceptance, and allowing each other. Marriage is supposed to have kindness and compassion. That's the soul of a marriage: kindness and compassion. Having consideration for each other, having respect for each other, and हमारे as society भी बहुत इसमें role play करती है कि when somebody is going through a rough time, we start talking about them, we start talking about their marriage instead of helping them, instead of trying to be a support system. We try to put them down, we try to tear them down, and that stigma. That's why that stigma about divorce is in our society. Even our religion allows us divorce because it is an option. Don't stay in a marriage which is basically killing you every day, your soul. It's like a slow poison. Slowly and gradually, it's just draining you. So don't do that. I would like to know from you guys, why do you think sometimes people do stay in bad marriages? What are some of the reasons? I've said there's low self-esteem, there's financial pressure, there's pressure from society, there's stigma from society, there is fear of loneliness, there's fear of the unknown, the taboo that is attached with it. So these are some of the reasons that people do stay in bad marriages. But shadi and marriage and relationship is about affection, it's about love, it's about respect. It is a very unique relationship. That kind of love you cannot get from anyone else. There's only one person that you can get from. Absolutely, you are absolutely right. Inferior complex, low self-esteem. You think you deserve this. You think you don't deserve love. You don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve somebody's respect. Hamza, I agree with you on that. That is why a lot of people do stay in bad marriages. Hello there, Sadaf. Our topic today, we're talking about why do people stay in toxic relationships. Why don't you tell us, why do you think people do stay in toxic relationships? We did talk about, how people who have low self-esteem, people, who are afraid of the unknown, afraid of being lonely, afraid of the taboo or the stigma that is attached with leaving a bad marriage, and they continue the bad cycle. They think love is supposed to hurt. They think love cannot be fulfilling, cannot be gratifying. They have this belief system that every marriage is is a failure, that every relationship is supposed to feel bad. Maybe they were raised with those kind of concepts that relationship cannot be a fulfilling one. So that's why they continue on staying in a bad marriage. Whatever it is, I think you must reconsider. If you're in a bad relationship, you are putting up a bad example for your children. So think about it. Is there acceptance in my marriage? Is there affection in my marriage? Attention in my marriage? Are we allowing each other to grow? Are we accepting each other? So they're the 5 A's that I did talk about. Attention, affection, appreciation, allowing, and acceptance. If those things are in your marriage, then you have a solid marriage. And then if there are some things that are missing, of course work on it. I'm not